How's it going, folks? Are you ready for the next one? What video are we on? 4, 5? I think it's 5. Yes, 5. Okay, so we've talked about why you needed a show. We've talked about your audience, how important that is. We've talked about getting your mind right, the get a lead mentality, right? We've talked about your medium, your format, right? How are you going to promote this video? Right? Anyway, we've talked about that. Now, let's talk about network. How do we pick our network? Now, here's what I want you to think about here, folks. What do I mean by network? Let's think about, what is your favorite show, right? Is it NCIS? Is it Big Bang Theory? Which I'm a little sad that's going off air. Is it... what's the new Star Trek Discovery? Okay, what is it? What's your favorite show? Whatever it may be, right? Or maybe you're one of those late night Adult Swim type people, right? The Cartoon Network Adult Swim. I don't really get those type of animation. But anyway, point is, what is your favorite show and what station does it come on? Does it come on ESPN because you're a sports person? Does it come on CBS like NCIS or some of those popular ones? Are you a sci-fi fan like me and it comes on Sci-Fi, which actually looks like Sci-Fi, not sci-fi? Why they changed the name of, or how they spell their network is beyond me. But the point is if you think about your favorite show or shows that you consume, all of those shows have a network that they air on. Why is that important? It's because you know where you go to get that show, where you go to get that information. You have to have a home, right? You have to have a network. You have to have a place that your clients, your customers, the people that consume your show, even if you have it on a bunch of different places, and you are, okay, we're going to talk about that. But even if you have it on a bunch of different places, your clients, your customers, your consumers need to know where they go to get that information, right? When we're talking about TV shows, which network do I need to go to find that information, to find more episodes, to find more information on that show, right? Now, example of this are pretty simple. If we're using video, if we're using live video, for example, we can find that on Snapchat, right? Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, right? Even a brand new, actually started in February this year, 2019, LinkedIn has now given you the ability to upload recordings and live video and that kind of stuff, right? We talked about in the last video, I'm going to say it again, there are several companies out there, and I'll put links to these. I'm going to have like a toolbox section for all of the clients here that are watching these videos and learning. I'm going to give you all a toolbox, and I'm going to put a bunch of links in there for all the stuff that I'm talking about. And a couple of the links you'll find in there are products called XSplit and Restream. Because again, like I talked about in live video or last video, that we can now, there are products out there like these two that you can leverage to go live on several different formats at once, right? I've always wondered why in the world would I have to just go live on Facebook or just go live on YouTube or whatever. It's because those products don't want you to leverage other products, right? They want you to be on their product. But there are now, there are now products out there. I keep using the word product. Anyway, point is, there are companies out there that have built out products that allow us to leverage live video on multiple platforms at a time, right? Even Twitch, for example, Twitch, which started out as a gaming community, right? Watching other people play video games, which my children absolutely love, which drives me absolutely bonkers. I say that, but I've done it, right? Twitch started out as a watch other gamers play games platform. Actually now has a fast growing business community on where you can watch people do these kind of things, right? You can learn about business. Watch radio shows are now on Twitch, right? So you can watch your favorite morning show while they do the radio show and other things like that. So Twitch can be a great source or where your network to thrive is, if that's what your show wants to be, right? If that's where your audience is, that kind of stuff. But you got to know what is your network, who is your network, where is that going to live, right? So it all boils down to quite simply the same thing, right? For us as real estate agents in the real estate industry, or title people or lenders or whatever, our product we already know, right? Our product is real estate, or our product is our lending, or our product is our title services. We work in a service business, right? So then we have to go back and we have to find our audience. We have to find how we're going to deliver that information, or our medium or our format. And then we have to find out, we have to give them a place that they know they can go to find that information. What is our network, right? So who, right? Who are we talking to? Who's our audience? How are we going to get to them? Our format, okay, are we going to give them video? We're going to give them video. We're going to give them video. Are we going to give them video so that we can give them the audio and the written word and everything else? Absolutely. And then where are we going to send them to find that information, right? Are we going to use Facebook as our network? Are we going to use YouTube as our network? Are we going to use Instagram or Snapchat? Or where are we going to find, where is this information going to live that you know that these people can get to and find it quickly, right? It's just that simple. All you have to do is have as much fun as you want to have, as you can have, by doing these videos, by doing these audios and that kind of stuff, and then repeat, right? This is the you show, right? You've got to find your audience and know who they are. You've got to create the format, right? Audio, video, 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 right? And then you've got to go out and you've got to put it on somewhere. Again, you're going to leverage Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and all these different social media formats, your own website, other people's websites, right? All that kind of stuff. We're going to connect all that together, but you got to have a centralized place where all of this stuff lives, and then you have some fun, right? Look, you want to know the age-old secret? Okay, it all starts and ends with you and your audience. That's it. Right? It all starts with your audience. Here, look, we know one truth to be, nobody, and including y'all watching this video, nobody cares about you. Me, right? We're all selfish human beings to a certain extent. It's about your audience. It's about the person that you're speaking to, okay? It's not about, we love as human beings to make it about us. It's not about us. It's about our audience. It's about our clients. It's about them, right? In real estate, we're a fiduciary. Our responsibilities, our decision-making can't be about us. It has to be about our client. What is best for them may not be what is best for me, but it is what's best for them. That's the expectation of us. It's the expectation of your show. The age-old secret is it's not about you. It's about them. Okay, who is your audience? And again, you've heard me say it for 5 videos now. Your audience will dictate so much of this. Give in to that a little bit, okay? If you're like me, you get a little hard-headed, right? And again, I get lost in what I think the real things are, the real issues are, the real problems are, right? Or whatever. It's about our audience. This show, my show, this course, this learning, this education, as much as I would love to make it about me, and believe me, my ego would take it, okay? It's not about me. It's about this information that gets you over to the point. Why am I so over the top all the time? Why am I so loud and obnoxious? Is because I'm doing it for you. For the benefit of, sometimes that's what it takes, is someone to be in our face to get us to understand, to have a little bit of fun, to get out of our heads a little bit, to make a little noise, to scream at the rooftops sometimes, because you gotta understand that it's not just about you, it's about your audience. It all comes back to your audience. Who are you trying to get to do what and where? Right? That's what your network is. How do we get to the audience we want to get to? How are we getting them that information? Video, right? And then where are we pushing them to? Maybe it is Facebook, because like me, you don't want them to watch my ugly face all the time. You want them to leverage, you want to leverage your kids. I have a beautiful wife and wonderfully beautiful, amazing children, okay? The pictures and the videos and the things like that I do with them get way more likes and views than my ugly mug, okay? I have for example, I have a passion project of mine. It's called the Big Man Movie Podcast. You can find it on YouTube, you can find it on Facebook, but the point is I have loved movies my entire life. I am a movie junkie. If I like the movie, I will watch it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? It's just the kind of person I am. So I love movies, TV shows, anything like that. Absolute fanatic. So I created a YouTube channel specifically so that it would give me a reason to talk about more movies, more trailer reviews and stuff like that. Now, every single one of them that I've done that I've included my kids in gets way more views than the ones I do by myself. Why? Because they're kids. Kids are way more fun than we are, right? And my audience, the people watching my Big Man Movie Podcast, like to have the kids' viewpoint on kids' shows, right? And I'm just as much of a fan of cartoons as the next adult. But they want to see their kids. One of the fastest, or not one of the fastest, but one of the biggest YouTube channels out there is about a kid that started out as the parents buying their kid things. I'll put a link in it down below. It's really actually very interesting and good on them. The kid is a millionaire at this point. But it was a YouTube channel where they gave their kid, I think he was 3 or 4 or 5 years old at the time when they started, just gave him toys, and it was about him unwrapping and playing with the toy and giving his review. Now he has a whole line of toys that are about him as a kid, right? He's a millionaire. Why? They knew who their audience was. They captured their audience. They knew what network. At that point, it was YouTube, right? And it still is in a lot of cases, depending on the type of show you're doing. They knew what their audience was, right? They knew what format video, right? Because he was unboxing and playing with it and that kind of stuff. And they knew what network they were going to choose. In this case was YouTube, was the best format for them. Your best format may still be YouTube. It may be Facebook. It may be Instagram. It may be Snapchat. It may be, if it's a podcaster, right? There's several different podcast platforms out there. iTunes, right? All this kind of stuff. I think there's just as many podcasts on iTunes as there was originally. Obviously, iTunes was specifically about music, right? Didn't have podcasts on it. So you got to choose your audience. You got to choose your format, and now you got to choose your network. But again, make sure you're going to leverage all of them. I'm not telling you to choose one over the other, but you gotta have a home. You gotta have a network. That way, when you're marketing this product, your product, the You Show, when you're marketing your show, you know where it lives, where they're coming back to. Because again, if you have people shooting to 15 billion different places, you gotta have a home. You gotta have a core. Just like you have a core audience, just like you have a core format, you gotta have a core network. And that's what makes all this thing go. Again, who, your audience, right? How, what format, and where are you sending them? Okay, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it is, where are you sending them to get the information, and make sure you're leveraging it properly. Okay? Network is just as important. All right? Let's keep rolling. Get to the next video. Let's keep getting to work. I think next, what are we talking about next? Next we are talking about the most important thing in this video series. The most important thing. You got to know it. Without it, there's nothing. All right? We're going to tell you. We'll see you in the next video.